everyone. Excellent afternoon, everyone. We are all welcome to this afternoon's broadcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Excellent afternoon to us. Happy New Week, and this is the last week of March. Wow. Happy New Week to every one of us. We are all welcome to this afternoon's broadcast as we're going to be looking at 8 best cooking oils for your health. 8 best cooking oils for your health. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to every one of us. We're all welcome, welcome. This is 8 best cooking oils for your health. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to every one of us. We're all welcome, trying to make sure I answer us, and this is coming up. So we're all welcome to this afternoon's broadcast. Welcome, welcome. As I share this on my page, I'd like you to also share with friends. Today we are looking at the 8 best cooking oils for your health. What are those 8 best cooking oil? If you're going to the market to shop for your oil, or supermarket to shop for your oil, which one should you look out for first? Which one should you look out for first? That's what we're going to be looking at today. And I'm going to be sharing with you some of their health benefits and why you should and why you should not. Hello, Angie. Angie, you're welcome. EDJ, you're welcome. Welcome to this afternoon's broadcast as I share this on my pages and also share them on my group. We're all welcome, welcome. Welcome to every one of us. We're welcome to this afternoon's broadcast. You know, it's so good to have us here. We're all welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're going to be looking at 8 best cooking oils that we can use. I just pray that network will be very, very fair on us today so that we can run through it very, very well. You know, so help me share, and if you have not liked or if you're not following my page, kindly like and follow my page also. Welcome to every one of us. Kindly like and follow my page also as I share this on my different pages. So today we are going to be looking at some of those oils that, you know, we all thought was good. I had to really do a deep research, because even me, I learned a lot this period. I learned a lot from my researches this period. And anyway, one thing with life is moderation. I always say that one thing with life is moderation. Whatever you're not sure of, take moderately, because when you take things in moderation, then you won't actually have issues with health and things like that. But when you are not overdoing it, you know, you take some foods and you're overeating, or you're adding to your general food generally, then that's when it might begin to bother on so many things for you. Welcome, Nike, you're welcome to this afternoon's broadcast. Welcome, welcome. Today we are looking at the 8 best cooking oil. We'll start from, well, the best, and then we look at the others. I think that's how I'll say it. We'll look at the best, and then we'll start looking at the others. And of course, you know, there is nothing without a weakness. That's what I found out. There's nothing without, you know, having one negative issue or the other that they will tell you about in all these things. So it's only God that is perfect, and he's the one that gives us the perfect things of life. But then there are some things that we need to look into. There are some things we need to remove, and there are some we need to add. Like I'm going to be sharing with us 3 that we need to reduce, and the one we must never take as much as possible. Even though somehow, once you're on earth, there's no way you will not be able to, you know, take a little here and there, not by your own making. And that's what I always tell people: cook your food as much as possible. Hello, Pastor Evelyn. You're welcome to this afternoon's broadcast. Welcome, welcome, Pastor Evelyn. Welcome to this afternoon's broadcast. Thank you for joining me once again. This laptop. Welcome, 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 welcome to every one of us. So My name once again is Ngozi Achonwa, and I teach middle-aged men and women natural products for healthy living. I also guide and coach you on how you can enjoy your life optimally now while reducing your aging process, the aging process of your body. I've also coached and mentored people on healthy living for years now, and it's very, very important for you to be a health enthusiast. I'm also a health enthusiast. Now talking about cooking oil, which cooking oil is right for you, which cooking oil is good for you. This depends largely on the type of cooking you are doing. Are you baking? Are you frying? Are you making salads? Whichever one you're doing actually depends. That's what will depend on what you're using. Again, when you look at all those natural and good ones that you need to take. Hello, welcome, Nike, welcome, Joy, you're welcome. Patience, Patience, you're welcome. Fumilayo, you're welcome. Patience is one of my senior downlines that are here. Grace, you're all welcome. Welcome to this afternoon's broadcast as we look at the cooking oil that is good for us. So like I was saying, the oil you use depends actually on what you're cooking. Are you baking? Are you frying? Are you cooking? Are you doing salads? Is it cold food? An oil smoke point is another thing, which is the point when oil starts burning and smoking. That's the oil smoke point. I'm going to be referring to this a lot today. It's also one of the most important factors you need to consider. What is that particular oil smoke point? Hello, Nkiri, you're welcome. Welcome, Grace. Welcome, Fumilayo, Joshua. These are also some of the points. So, number one, what kind of food are you cooking? Number two, what is the oil smoke point of that particular oil that you're using? So, if you heat oil past the smoke point, it not only harms the flavor will change, but also the nutrients in that oil will degrade, and the oil will release also harmful compounds that are called free radicals. The oil will also release harmful compounds that are called free radicals. Sorry, can I have aloe vera gel and Active-C? So it's going to also release all those free radicals to your system. And remember, like I said, free radicals can come either from the smokes you get from generator, from cars, from when you're burning oil or people are burning bush. You can get free radicals from stress and the rest. And remember, that's why detoxification is very, very important for you. You need to detoxify from time to time. So 3 things to note before we go in to look at these several oils. Number one, the first thing you need to note, is what are you cooking? Then the second thing you need to note is what is the smoke point of that oil that we're talking about. And then the third thing you also need to note is portion control. You need portion control in several things you're doing. So the best oil, the best of the best oil is olive oil. Wow. In my company, many times when they talk about the product that is number one, everybody will be waiting to hear which product is the number one of the year. And usually, aloe vera gel is usually our number one product for the year. So today for the oil, our number one oil is olive oil. I have my olive oil here. Incidentally, I bought it. It's not made in Nigeria, and it's extra virgin, 100% natural, extra virgin, and you can even see all the Arabic whatever in it. So olive oil is the number one. Olive oil is a basic ingredient of Mediterranean diet. When you look at the Mediterranean diet, olive oil is always there for most of their diet, and it's really perfect for in salads, in pasta, in bread. And nutrition and cooking experts also agree that one of the most versatile and healthy oil to cook with and to eat is olive oil, as long as it's extra virgin olive oil. As long as it's extra virgin olive oil. So if you want an oil that is not refined and overly processed, that extra virgin olive oil, especially if they label extra virgin olive oil on it. So this olive oil contains large amount of unsaturated fats, and also some polyunsaturated fatty acids. You know, and studies have linked these two to better heart health. Remember that we are talking about heart health this month, and the month is ending. We are going to be going over to another topic by next month. I'm going to be telling you what it is. So you can also buy my heart health book, the Healthy Heart Guidebook. It will help you also in other things when we talk about several heart health. Hello, Amima, you're welcome. Welcome, Oluchi. Welcome, Akimboboye. All right, so extra virgin oil contains more than 30 different phenolic compounds, a group of cytochemicals that include many with anti-inflammatory and blood vessel expanding actions. Remember what I say, if you look at my videos that I've done on your blood vessels and your cardiovascular system, why some of this oil clog your arteries and then they are not now good for you. So extra virgin olive oil contains high amount of healthful monounsaturated fat compounds more than other oils. Monounsaturated fat can also help lower your low density lipoprotein, which is the bad cholesterol. Note also, when we talk about olive oil, like I told us, things also have their limit. You can use olive oil to use for dishes that you don't use much fire, and also you can use it for baked goods, but it has a relatively low smoke point. Remember I talked about the smoke point. So the temperature at which oil begins to break down and starts to smoke, that's the smoke point. So it's not good. Olive oil is not good for deep frying, because it has a relatively lower smoke point compared to other oils. So it's best for low and medium heat cooking. So you need to note that. You can use olive oil for your salad. You can use it for food you're already cooking that has water content, and you're just putting it and putting down the food immediately. But it has one of the healthiest oil that we can use for baking and also for dressing. It's so good. So you can put olive oil in some of these things. Remember, it has a lot of monounsaturated fatty acids that are good for you. All right, so the second oil, let's look at the grade 2 oil. Anyway, again today I'm going to be showing you how you can make one of the oils. When I come to that point, I will show you before we continue that you actually need, that is also very good for you. You need to try out to make oils by yourself, many oil that you use in cooking. I can remember for my hair, to grow my hair, my daughter had to do carrot oil because she found out that she's an hair expert, that it helps with dandruffs, with itching and the rest. So we make a number of this oil right here at home. So the second oil is can oil. This is a type of can oil I use. Canola oil. That's another good oil. So it is also derived from rapeseed, a flowering plant, and it has like 7% saturated fat. This has saturated fat but very low quantity, 7% saturated fat, like olive oil also, but it is high in monounsaturated fat, and it also contains high level of polyunsaturated fat. Of all vegetable oils, canola oil tends to have the least amount of saturated fat when you look at vegetable oil. It also, the good thing about this oil is that it has a high smoke point, which means it can be helpful for high heating cooking. Like if you want to fry, if you want to do deep frying, it can help you. So canola oil tends to be highly processed, and then that means it has fewer nutrients than olive oil. Sometimes they have the cold pressed or unprocessed ones. They are available, but they are very difficult to find. This one, it's not cold pressed, even though they wrote cholesterol free, no trans fats at all, but then it's the cold pressed one is very difficult to get and very expensive, and it's better for you to get the cold pressed one if you can, but if you can't, of course, the canola oil is also very, very good. Like I said, it has a high smoke point than olive oil, and it has a natural flavor, and so it's better for higher cooking, for frying, for roasting, and the rest. And also it doesn't have much flavor as some other vegetable oil and seed oil, so it's advised not to be used for salad dressing. It's not good to use this oil for salad dressing. I use it mainly for frying, and then it's also not good for you to just put in the food you are about to eat. So it's good to put it on fire and you fry it for a while. All right, I must say, okay, olive oil can be used last during cooking. Yes, it's better to just add it just before you take down your food. Remember, like I even tell us about our vegetables, about some of these foods that we eat. When you take smoothies, like for olive oil now, you can put olive oil on your salad and just take it straight. So why cook it for that long? And remember, some of these things, the good thing about oil is not bad. We need to note that oil is not bad. Oil is good for us, because there are so many things that oil can do for us. Oil can also help us, like I said in my what is it called, my advert that I put up for us. Oil can help you. Oil can help you to feel fuller. Oil can also help your food aid your food for digestion. So oil is not generally bad. It's just that you need portion control. If you watch my video on portion control, I use the thumb to represent oil in our food. So most times when you're cooking, the oil you put in your food should be tablespoon. If you look at this is just like, you know, a tablespoon. So the oil you put in your food should just be like a tablespoon. Portion control, tablespoon. So canola oil, used for frying, don't use for, you know, eating it straight. But olive oil, very, very good for you. So now our third oil is avocado oil. Wow, avocado oil is a great choice of oil, especially if it's unrefined, like extra virgin olive oil. And also it has, one thing about avocado oil is that it has a higher smoking point than olive oil, and then which means it can be used to cook in higher heat, and it's also great for stir fries. Hello Joyce. You're welcome to this afternoon's broadcast. Welcome. We can drop our questions, and remember, like I told us, we can also make our comments and put our own suggestion. One thing with avocado oil is that it doesn't have much flavor, which makes it a good option for cooking. It doesn't, you know, change the flavor of your food, and it's very creamy. Avocado oil is creamy, just like avocado itself. And then avocado oil contains both monounsaturated and also polyunsaturated fatty acid, and it has one of the highest monounsaturated fat content among most cooking oil, you know. And it's also, avocado oil also contains vitamin E. It also has vitamin E. So if you love avocados, try using avocado oil. You can make avocado oil yourself. Like I'm going to be showing us briefly how you can make cold press avocado oil. I'll finish it during the week and drop the video, because the cold press takes a long time for you to make. And I'm also going to be showing us how you can make your already pressed of what is it called, oven avocado oil, and also cooked avocado oil. You know, avocado oil, they did a research which they published in 2019 by journal Molecules, and found out that avocado oil has an excellent nutritionally value at low and high temperatures. So avocado oil has a higher smoke point, like I said, than olive oil, and it's also better for heating cooking. You know, oils that are neutral in flavor makes it a good option for you to use for baking. The only thing about avocado oil, it has one bad issue, and the issue is that it is very, very expensive. Okay, now I have my avocados here with me. I don't know about you. This size of avocado now is like it's like 50 naira. Oh, they said 100 naira now. They bought this for me today now, 100 naira. This avocado is 100 naira. So like I have two balls there with me. So this is like 200 naira. Now I used four of this morning to try to make the hot press oil, and I got just about 1 tablespoon of oil. That's what you can just see on my bowl here, just like 1 tablespoon of oil. So it's very expensive, but it's very good for you. Then you can also do the cold press oil. So I'm just going to generally tell us how you can make, how we make this morning. We just made it this morning, you know. I just used just 4 balls of avocado to make the oil. So you will get your avocado and then you cut it. You cut your avocado into 2. Okay, I love avocados. And then you remove the ball. Let me have another plate, please, and spoon. So you remove the ball, and then you scoop out the pulp of the avocado. You scoop out the pulp of the avocado. Spoon, please. Let me peel some there and the straight. Peel like 4. So cut it, half it, as they will say, cut it into 2. Don't mind me if I eat this, so don't blame me. The thing is looking so nice. So you begin to bring out the pulp from the avocado. Make sure you take out everything. Take out everything. As much as possible, take out everything. So now if you're doing the one you want to heat, the processed oil, the heat processed one, you can go ahead and use your blender to blend out after pulping it out. So I'm taking out everything, taking out all the pulp. No, you can't fry with olive oil. Ngozi is asking. Please don't fry with olive oil. Like I said, olive oil has a very low smoke point. The smoke point of olive oil is very low, so don't fry with it. You can bake with olive oil, don't fry with olive oil, except if it's something like eggs, that you will just put it and put it down. You know, if you're doing eggs, you can just put the olive oil and then put it down. It's better to use it like Amima said, use it just before you put down the food. That's when you should use your olive oil. It shouldn't fry for too long. Somebody is asking, is oil from palm tree good for health? Don't worry, I'm coming to that. Just stay tuned. I can't just tell you yes, no. Stay tuned. I'm going to be. You will find out yourself if it's going to be among the 8. You will find out if palm oil will be among the 8. And then if it's not, why is it not? If it is, why is it there? All right. So somebody said, can olive oil be used in large quantity? No, like I said, don't use oil in large quantities, please. This is the portion for each person for oil. Can I have some serviette here, please? This is the portion. That's why I showed you the top before. That's how it should be for you. That's how it should be for you, okay? So you shouldn't use olive oil, large quantities of olive oil. All right. Can we fry? Okay, I've answered that. Ngozi, I've answered your question. So you can throw in your questions. I'll answer your questions. So I've removed the pulp. You know, for those who have oil press, you can also make oil from the skin of your avocado. You can also make oil from it, cold press oil. So if you have a presser, you can use it, or if you have a weight, you can use to press out the oil. You can still leave all the skin of your avocado. Avocado is almost like, you know, palm kernel, that everything about it can be used. Even the seed can still be used. The seed can still be used. We're going to be looking into all that anytime I have time to deal with avocados. So now, if we want to make the avocado oil you will heat, you will just put this in your blender and then blend it very well. After blending it very well, you put it in a pot or a saucepan and put on fire at a very low heat, very low heat. And then you keep going back to stir it after 5 minutes, to stir it after 5 minutes until it becomes dark, until this very light green, everything becomes almost like brown. Then when it becomes like brown, you can now use your sieve, your, what do they call that sieve? That sieve that like we use in doing pap, you know, to sieve it out. Like this, my pap, that's what we used to sieve it out, you know. But today, like I said, this is how to do the hot one. You heat it, and we heat this for up to nearly 2 hours, you know. So it takes time, you need to heat it. But if you want to make the cold press, see my avocado here. You mash it. You use your spoons to mash it. You can see how I'm mashing it. You mash it. So you can see me. We're still going to be looking at the 4th and the 5th and the 6th. I just want to quickly show us this while we continue. How to make your avocado oil. Excellent afternoon, Joy Vincent. You're welcome. You're welcome. So you mash this. Mash it until it becomes very creamy. Let me have the tray. This shows you that even if you don't have blender, you can still make your avocado oil. You mash it until there is no lump in it. But of course, I'm sure many of us we have blenders that we can use. Okay, so I give them to finish mashing this so I can continue a bit with what we're doing. Please let me finish mashing this. Help me finish mashing that. So we'll continue matching the avocado, and if you have a blender, you can put it in a blender and quickly blend. So when you put it in a blender and quickly blend, then we can continue on what? So the 4th oil that you need, that is very good. Good afternoon, Chigozie Onyeka. Good afternoon, Paul Modupe. Good afternoon. Okay, yes, fine mash. Yes. You mash it until it's very fine, and if you have a blender, you can just go ahead and blend it to save your time. I didn't just want any extra noise with us today. All right, so then sunflower is the 4th. I'm still going to bring that back to show us, and I'm also going to do a complete video on how we produce our cold pressed olive oil, and then drop on the group, or you can also demand for it from Wednesday, because it takes like 48 hours to produce. So the sunflower oil is one oil that is high in vitamin E. 1 tablespoon alone of sunflower oil contains 28% of your personal daily recommendation intake of vitamin E. Then sunflower oil is also high in unsaturated fat and low in saturated fat. You know, it has a high smoke point. Remember the oils that I've told you that have high smoke point that you can use for frying, like canola oil, like avocado oil. Sunflower oil also has a high smoke point. So it doesn't have, you know, and again, it doesn't have a strong flavor, which means it won't overwhelm your dish. Then using sunflower oil rather than an oil that has saturated fat could also lower your bad cholesterol. That's the low density lipoprotein, and also the triglycerides, you know, in your body. But note one thing about sunflower oil. it contains a lot of omega-6 fatty acids, and the body needs them, yes, but omega-6 fatty acids, you know, are also pro-inflammatory, you know, while omega-3 fatty acids are anti-inflammatory. So because sunflower has high omega-6 oil, it's not good for you to consume sunflower oil in large quantity. You need to balance it. You need to balance it, and that's why, you know, consuming too many omega-6 without balancing it with omega-3 could lead to an excess inflammation in the body. So moderation is the key. Remember what I said, moderation is always the key. Remember, for your oil, your terms, anytime you're using oil or you're eating oil, remember your terms. That's the moderation, that's the portion control for your terms. But say for adventure that you have sunflower oil and you need really omega-6, you know, in your system, which is good, you can increase the omega-3 fatty acid in your system by using our popular Active-C. Active-C is very, very good because it has omega-3 fish oil. Now let me read a bit of the supplement facts. Remember that I always tell you to read your food labels. For every 2 soft gel of this you take per serving, you know, it has calorie just 10, calorie from fat just 10, and then your total fat just 1 mg. Then omega-3 fatty acid, it has 535 milligram, and then it also has so many other acids, olefinic acids that are very good for us, that oleic acid from olive oil. This one also, it has 100 grams of, you know, olive oil in it. So it's very, very good for you. It's very, very good. So if you're using sunflower oil and you are afraid, oh, I don't have enough omega-3 fish oil in my system, you can get this and have this like you will use. So I will show you now how you can spread your avocado on the tray and allow it. Give me 2 trays and then allow it and a spoon. So we finish mashing our spoon, please. We finish mashing our avocado, and of course, if you have blender, make it easier for you, use your blender. So you put it on the tray. You now transfer it onto a tray. Plastic spoon. So I'm transferring the avocado. Remember, this is just to produce oil that might be reasonable for you. We're going to be finally using maybe like 12 avocados, you know. And remember, it's not just for cooking. Today we are handling the cooking. One of the days we are going to be also handling how avocado oil can help you in other parts of your body. So we put it on the tray and then you spread it out. As thin as possible. You spread it out as thin as possible. Now there are 2 methods or 3 methods you can use to dry up this avocado. You can either put it on a tray. Remember, don't put this plastic on the oven. If you are using oven, you have to use oven trays. I'm not using oven. I want to make a cold press. I'm going to leave my own under room temperature. After 12 hours, I will come back and I'm going to turn it again so that the lighter ones will be on top and the dry ones will be under. And then I'll leave it for another 12 hours, after which I'll come back and I'll spread it out again, you know, making it the dried ones to be under and the fresh ones to be on top. I will continue doing it until it becomes very dried and you will see the oil coming out of it. I'm going to be throwing this video into the my page, Aging with Grace. So if you're not there, like and follow so you will know when the video comes to you. So we're going to leave this at room temperature. We'll leave it at room temperature and then do as I told you. I'm going to be dropping it for you. So we're dropping this. All right, so that's how to do your avocado. Just watch out for the video. You're going to be getting it before the end of the week. The total process of making avocado oil, cold pressed avocado oil. Hello, Chigozie Onyeka, you're welcome. Welcome, Udo. Welcome to this afternoon's broadcast. We're looking at the 8 best cooking oil for your health. So we've said that number 1 is olive oil, number 2 is canola oil, number 3 is sunflower oil, number 4 avocado oil, and I've shown you how you can do hot pressed avocado oil and then how to do cold pressed avocado oil. All right, so the 5th one is peanut oil. Number 5 is peanut oil. You know, generally not oils like peanuts can be fun to experiment with in your kitchen, especially since there are so many different types of oil. Just go ahead, get oil. Like I've told myself that's what I'm going to be doing. I have chestnuts in my house. I'm going to try coconut oil. I'm going to do groundnut oil. I'm going to do chestnut oil. You know, just to try some of those oils, know their health benefits and know what to do with them. I love cooking anyway, and I love research cooking. So peanut oil has one of the highest monounsaturated fat content among cooking oils. It's usually, you know, flavorful. You know, the groundnut oil with a nutty taste like that. I know it smells very, very nice, and it cooks well at high heat. That's one beautiful thing about groundnut oil. You know, peanut oil or groundnut oil has high energy. Like 100 grams of oil provides you with 84 calories, and that's why it's good. Portion control. Now they say peanut oil is good or groundnut oil is good. You now go and carry it and be soaking. No, it's very, for those of us who need to watch our weight, it has very high calorie content. But for those who need to add weight, those who need, you know, some kind of calorie and energy, peanut is also very good. You know, peanut or groundnut oil is one of the cooking oil with high smoke point. Like I said, its smoke point is 450 degrees Fahrenheit. That's very, very high. You know, so it allows you inserting oil at high temperature while doing deep frying foods item. So groundnut oil or peanut oil, very, very good for deep frying. You know, it also composes of a very good lipid profile. It has saturated, monounsaturated, it has saturated fatty acid, monounsaturated fatty acid, polyunsaturated fatty acid, but in healthy portions. All these are in healthy portions. In fact, it is one of the stable cooking oil which also has a long shelf life. If you buy groundnut oil or peanut oil, you can leave it for a long time. It is still very, very good. Hello, Jane Wadia, you're welcome. Welcome, Emma, to this afternoon's broadcast. We're looking at the 8 best oil you can cook with. Now we're on number 5, which is peanut or groundnut oil. Peanut oil is also low in saturated fat. It has it, but very low quantity, you know, and it is free from cholesterol, and it contains essential fatty acid like linoleic acid. It also has a bit of omega-6, you know, and it's one of the healthiest cooking oil. Peanut oil is one of the healthiest cooking oil. In fact, I'm beginning to tell myself that I'm going to go back to groundnut oil. A time when we were living in Kwara State, I didn't have all these power oil, what oil, they didn't enter my house. I only had groundnut oil. You know why? Because in the estate where we live, we had some indigenes that used to produce groundnut oil. So I used to buy that groundnut oil straight. When they will be doing it, you almost feel like eating groundnut all the time. So when they finish producing, I was one of the first to go and buy. They used to sell in their bottles, and you know, so that was the main thing we used. So, and it's been a vegetable oil. Peanut oil is a good source of plant sterols, you know, especially bisitosterol. You know, peanut is also very good because it's high in calorie, like I said, and the calorie value comes from the fatty acid. Nevertheless, the oil is especially rich, like I said, in monounsaturated fatty acids, and it also helps to lower the low density lipoprotein. That's the bad cholesterol in your body. And one good thing again about groundnut oil is not only that it lowers the low density lipoprotein, it also helps to increase the high density lipoprotein. You know, also peanut oil contains resveratrol. Resveratrol. You know, it's a polyphenol antioxidant which has been found to have a protective function against cancers, heart diseases, degenerative nerve diseases, you know, and also vaginal and viral and fungal infections. Peanut oil also contains valuable amount of antioxidants. It has vitamin E. You know, just taking like 100 grams of fresh oil of peanut oil can give you really, you know, up to half quantity of vitamin E you need for the day. It's very, very good. In addition, being a vegetable source, peanut oil also has the ideal choice that you need for your deep frying. Like I said, peanut oil can go for, you can fry it with deep, you know, heating, because it has smoke point of 450 minus 450 degree Fahrenheit. All right, now the bad thing about peanut, like I always tell us what is good and tell us what is bad. The bad thing about peanut is that some people are allergic to it. You know, some people are hypersensitive to peanut, and so people like that should desist from using it. Like allergic reactions may include symptoms like vomiting, pain in their abdomen. Some people will also have peanut also gives some people what do they call it, this heartburn, you know. And then some people, when they take peanuts, their lips will begin to swell, they will have breathing difficulty. One of my sister's children has this allergy, so she doesn't take anything made with peanut. So you need to be careful on whom you're giving peanut. Hello Vero, you're welcome. Welcome. Thank you. Vero, I'm looking beautiful. Thank you. With my new hair. With my new hair. Oh. Thank you. The hair paid me pepper. Anyway, the sixth oil is soya bean oil. Soya bean oil is the sixth good oil that you need. Soya bean oil is a vegetable oil, and you know, and it's extracted from soya seeds, you know. So, and it is really versatile and can be used for a variety of cooking. You can use it for baking, you can use it for frying, you can use it for roasting, because it has a relatively high smoke point. Remember, I told you I'm going to be referring a lot to the smoke point, because when an oil goes beyond the smoke point, like I said, three things happen. The first thing is that it will lose flavor. The second thing is that it will lose its nutrients. The third thing is that instead of giving you nutrients, it will not give you free radicals. So that's why it's very, very important for you to know the smoke point of the oil you're using. So soya bean oil, you know, it has a very high smoke point also. And it consists of polyunsaturated fats, which are also linked to lowering our cholesterol levels and also linked to reduced heart diseases. The soya bean oil is also rich in vitamin K, which may help maintain bone strength and reduce the risk of fractures. You know, one animal study that they did also found out that soya bean oil can also help prevent bone loss. So for those who are having arthritis or osteoarthritis, they can go ahead and make sure they add soya bean oil in portion control to their meal. Again, soya bean oil contains omega-3 fatty acids, which also play a role in promoting health and preventing chronic diseases. You know, also soya bean oil is rich in vitamin E, and that's a nutrient that we also need to protect our skin and also for skin health. So applying soya bean oil topically can also prevent inflammation and also may help your skin to retain moisture. So you can also use soya bean oil as your skin, you know, oil. Also, it can be used as cooking oil, like I said, in so many recipes. And you can also use soya bean oil for your hair. You can use it to combine with your hair. Now, what I normally do, I combine a lot of oil. Sometimes when I want to treat my hair, I can combine coconut oil, olive oil, soya bean oil, avocado oil, carrot oil, ori, I don't know what, shea butter. Shea butter, you know, combine all of them. And in fact, even my jar has you know, a lot of them, and then I can now use it for hair treatment, you know. But soya bean oil, you know, has high omega-6 fats, which can be negative. It can have negative effects on your health if you consume in excess. That's why I say portion control your terms. So for this reason, it's best for you to limit your soya bean intake, you know, and also instead of consuming it on a daily basis, you vary the days you take this oil. All right, good afternoon, Uju. You're welcome. We are treating 8 healthy cooking oil for you. That's what we are looking at, to the best cooking oils for your health today. So we've already looked at number 1. We said number 1 is olive oil, and then we said number 2 is canola oil, number 3 is avocado oil, number 4 is sunflower oil, number 5 peanut oil, number 6 is soya bean oil. So number 7 is your flaxseed oil, your flaxseed oil. Of course, many of us, we've heard about flaxseed oil. Flaxseed oil is also an excellent source for alpha-linolenic acid. That's a form of omega-3 fatty acid. Let me just tell you, it's an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acid. You know, when we talk about omega-3 fatty acid, I must say it here. When I was talking about heart health, I talked about some of the foods that are good in it, like salmon, like mackerel, like sardines, you know, like tuna. And then I talked about our powerful Acti-C. Acti-C is a super omega-3 natural fish and calamari oil with olive oil. This is a good supplement for anyone who is having arthritis, anyone who is having diabetes, anyone who is having palpitation, heart palpitation, anyone who is having any cardiovascular issue or needs to prevent these things that I have talked about, needs to prevent diabetes, needs to prevent cardiovascular diseases, needs to prevent palpitation, needs to prevent high blood pressure. Acti-C is very, very good because it's a very good source of omega-3 fatty acids that can help you. All right, so flaxseed oil in particular may also reduce symptoms of arthritis according to Arthritis Foundation. Also, because flaxseed oil also contains omega-6 acids, which are also important for your health. But remember, like I said, reduce quantity for omega-6. You know, they say omega-6 is very, very controversial. In fact, Harvard Health will tell you don't consume omega-6, but it's still okay on small quantity. Now, don't heat flaxseed oil. You must not let it enter the heat, because once you do that, you disrupt the fatty acid content in it. So flaxseed oil cannot be used on fire. You can only use it for your salads when you're about to eat it, or just to dazzle it when you want to eat your vegetables, like if you want to take a lot of lettuce and some vegetables, kale combined, or you want to take your salad, cabbage and all that, you can just put a little flaxseed oil. It's not supposed to be cooked. So that's a big disadvantage for flaxseed oil. Then the 8th oil we're looking at today is the sesame oil. The sesame oil. The sesame oil is a staple food, you know, oil in Asia and India. They use it a lot to cook. And it's another polyunsaturated fat oil. You know, it's also known for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. And it also helps with cardiovascular health. You know, it has a very high smoke point, which makes it good for cooking also. A lot of oil, when you go to Chinese restaurants and when you go to all these Indian and Pakistan and Asian, you know, restaurants, although the oil they use for those, they are stir fry. is their sesame oil. So it has a very strong flavor. So you have to use a little of it at a time, or else it will overpower what you're cooking with it. And it also has this very beautiful like peanut oil nutty flavor when you use it for your stir fries. Hello, look at me. Welcome to this afternoon's broadcast. So I've looked at the 8. Now, you remember that we are talking about the best too. Now, the oil, let me talk about the one you must not eat. The worst oil ever is partially hydrogenated oil. Partially hydrogenated oil, stay away from it, run away from it. Look for it and run as fast and as far as your leg will carry you. You know, the primary source of unhealthy trans fat in every diet that we take is partially unhydrogenated oil. You know, they can be found in many processed foods. These artificial trans fats are created through an industrial process that adds hydrogen to liquid vegetable oil. You take hydrogen, look, I forgot to show you, you can use them, I don't know, but I believe that this soya oil is very good. This soya oil from Canola. I'm not promoting them, but soya oil is good. I use a lot of different varieties of soya oil that are good. But run away from hydrogenated oil, you know, because they have fats that are bad for our health. They are bad for our health, and manufacturers use them a lot. In fact, US already said by this year, maybe COVID is one of the things that debarred them from actually chasing this thing, that no trans fats will be used for any manufacturing in US by January 2020 last year. So remove partially unhydrogenated oil from your diet completely, I beg of you. Remove it completely from your diet. You know, to see if trans fat is any product that you're buying, you need to check your label. Remember that I always say it. Always check your labels. When any food you get, they always have their label. Like this one now, I have my label, nutritional facts. Always check for the nutritional facts on the labels of the food you're eating or anything you buy. When you check like this one now, this one has total fat of 4.5 grams. It has calorie of 40 calorie from fat, and then it says saturated fat 3%, polyunsaturated, they put it here for us 2.606, monounsaturated, they put it here for us. Then trans fat, that's what you should look out for anytime you're using any food, any processed food, like all these biscuits you're eating, all these cakes that they process, all the things that look out for trans fat. You see trans fat here is 0%, and then cholesterol mg 0%, then sodium in milligrams 0%, and then they also put total carbohydrates 0%. Then they now put dietary fiber to show you that there's no dietary fiber here. They still put dietary fiber 0%, sugar 0%, protein 0%. So any food you get, any processed thing, anything you did not cook yourself, check your label. It's very, very important. Like this one does not have any trans fat, so this is very, very good. Okay, so what am I saying? Check your label. So anywhere you see on the label and they put partially hydrogenated vegetable oil, don't eat that thing. Check your biscuits. That's what I do. When I take the biscuit, I will check my labels very well and make sure how they are. I hardly eat them, but if I will eat them, I will check my label. So please avoid partially hydrogenated oil containing trans fatty acid. They help you to shorten your life. They are very, very detrimental to health. They cause arthritis, diabetes, heart problem. They go and they block your arteries, so they are not good for you at all. All right, so then the ones you should avoid or limit coconut oil. I don't want to talk much about it. This is also a little controversial. And then palm oil, avoid palm oil, because palm oil is composed of roughly equal parts of saturated and unsaturated. That's the problem with palm oil. For me, in my house, I have almost removed palm oil for myself. They can use to cook for others, but for me, so that I will limit it only to when I go out. Not that somebody will give me food and it has palm oil. Hey, no, I won't do that. I will eat it, but I will eat it with moderation. Why palm oil is not good, we need to check it, is because it has equal quantity of unsaturated fat and saturated fat. And according to studies done by Harvard Health, they say because it's semi-solid at room temperature and it's often used in processed foods in place of partially hydrogenated oil these days. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it's better than trans fat, but it contains less saturated fat than all this butter and all the trans fat that we use. But still, when you're cooking with palm oil, it should not be your first goal. It should not be your second option. It should not be your third option, especially if you can easily get this oil, other oil that I have mentioned today, which have lower saturated fat, like olive oil, canola oil, avocado oil, sunflower oil, peanut oil. So if you can get these ones easily, avoid palm oil. Many times, why many of us use palm oil is because of the color. Abi? It's because of the color now. Hello, Augustina, you're welcome. It's because of the color that we use palm oil. For me, that's why I use palm oil most of the time. And then the flavor, because when we were brought up with palm oil. So reduce palm oil. Then, especially for people who have diabetes, they should pay close attention to saturated fat consumption. If you are diabetic, you need to pay close attention to your consumption of saturated fat, because they are also very risky for heart health. You need to avoid every source of palm oil. That's what the Diabetic Association said. And also, palm oil, because a lot of people have already grown with knowing palm oil, they can't get out of it. You need to try to get out of palm oil. But in any case, remember what I said, moderation is the key. What did I say? Moderation is the key. Portion control, very, very important for you. Portion control. And if peradventure you have already gone into this and you have a lot of free radicals, I advise you to do your detox using your aloe vera gel. I take my aloe vera gel every day, so I don't think about free radicals. I take my aloe vera gel every day, first thing in the morning, last thing at night, quarter glass, and then it keeps my system detoxified and ready for anything. No matter what comes in, I'm cleansed from it. And again, the best oil for you, if you need, you can't lay your hands in some of this oil, make sure you get your Active C, omega-3 fatty acid. It will help you to give you all the good cholesterol you need to help increase your high density lipoprotein. It will help reduce your low density lipoprotein. It will help clear your arteries. This Active C help clear your arteries and make sure you don't have palpitation. It makes sure you don't have cardiovascular diseases. It makes sure you don't have high blood pressure. Prevention is better than cure. Very, very good for you. All right, Ngozi says, can they be used in cooking soup? I mean, the oil. Yes, NG. In fact, I wish one of the days my sister that is in the house with me will come and even tell us more. We have removed, for my husband, for myself, we have removed palm oil. Labi, are we cooking with palm oil again? She's there nodding. No, we are not. We don't cook for daddy, for myself with palm oil. What we use is olive oil. In fact, this is the olive oil, and you see, maybe if you see me next month now, the olive oil would have moved only to this place, because we do portion control. This is what I used to, when I want to do any soup, any sauce, I use my olive oil. Even up until vegetable soup, I use this. My almond soup, I use this. I use olive oil, but you put it, remember, not early enough. And then I also use a bit of coconut oil. This is my coconut oil. Coconut oil is not that good, but it's still better than palm oil. It's still better than some of this other vegetable oil. And again, when I want to fry, we use our soya oil, or like I told us, the canola oil. So these are good oils you can use. You can use for your soup. You can use for any soup you want to cook. And then if you want it to be red, then add tomatoes, add a lot of pepper, add ginger. They will give you that taste. And so you don't have to cook your bitter leaf soup. Must not always have oil. If you're doing party, use palm oil. If you're eating it at home, use your olive oil that is healthier for you, or you use your soya oil that is healthier for you. Joy Adise is asking, what of natural aloe vera gel for detoxing? It depends on the species you have. I don't know the species you have, Joy. The species that I know is aloe vera barbadense. Aloe vera barbadense is the one that is edible. Remember, not every aloe vera is edible. Some aloe vera are not edible. But this aloe vera barbadense is very edible. That's the one I know that has 210 nutrients and amino acids for you. I don't know the one you have at home. I don't know the species. I don't know if it's edible, so I cannot answer that. Then someone is asking, what about the palm seed you cook by yourself? Well, even me, my village, I'm from Unnewi, let me tell you. I'm from Unnewi. In our village, we are the origin of bitter leaf soup. We are the origin of ofaku. Ofaku means soup made from palm kernel. We are the origin. That's there. Is our village. If you go for any native thing in my village and they don't bring that out, you know you are not in the Navy. But for my health, I will tell you, before every other Sunday I take I take this ofaku. That's the palm kernel soup. Every other Sunday. Even right in my house some years back, everybody knows that mommy must cook ofaku that Sunday. But I tell you, for the past 2-3 years, maybe I've taken it maybe like 5 times. I had to reduce for my health. So we are talking about the best though. I'm not saying palm oil cannot be used. You can use palm oil, remember, small quantity. You can use your palm kernel seed, small quantity, and once in a while. Don't make it your daily food. All right, I hope I've answered that question. Yes, NG, you can use this oil to make soup. Somebody says, what about natural aloe vera? I've answered that. Palm oil is not good, please. It's not the best. Before some people will. Palm oil is not the best. If you can replace it, replace it. If you want to use it, like for me, I cannot make abacha. You know abacha. This is actually I know abacha. Or I cannot make oba, oil bean delicacy without palm oil. Now you have to use it. So when you use it, is delicacy. I call it a cheat day. I know that day I'm cheating myself. It's not good for me, so I'm cheating myself. So that's it. Then somebody is asking which oil is good for diabetics. The oil good for diabetics is like oil from that has omega-3 fatty acid, like groundnut oil, pure cold pressed groundnut oil, olive oil. Olive oil is number 1, but because olive oil doesn't have a high smoke, level, you can now use groundnut oil. All right, I think I've answered all our questions, and it's already after 7 minutes past 2. We might call it a day. Thank you for joining me again today. Thank you. And make sure you get your heart health book, your healthy heart book if you don't have it. If you don't have your healthy heart book, make sure you get it. As usual, it's still on promo for 2,500. Very soon it's going to go back to its normal price, which is 4,000 naira. But for now, it's still going for 2,500. I'm trying to get to my own so I can quickly show you before we call it a day. All right. So my healthy heart book, that's it here. It's an e-copy book, and it has all you need to know about heart health. It has 11 chapters in it. It has the food you should avoid. It has the food you should eat. It has a menu for 1 week, Monday to Sunday. It has some smoothies that you need for heart health. It has tips that you need for heart health. It's a very good book that every one of us should get. And also buy for your friends. Buy for your friends also. It's very, very good. It also has exercises that you can use for heart health. Thank you for joining me today. I love you all. Bye for now. See you on Thursday for our financial health, and see you on Saturday for our fitness. Bye and God bless.